What's going on, guys? Top Tier Gaming here, and today I have a super cool deck profile today, being Live Twins, or Evil Twins, whatever you want to call them. Brand new support from Dawn of Majesty, which kind of released this weekend, and yeah, this deck got a huge boost in the form of its new Tenki, Sunny Snitch, and yeah, this deck is just loads of fun to play. I played it in the past as an Eldritch variant, however, this is a pure variant. The only engine in here is the Live Twin engine. And it just plays a one-card engine with like a lot of control, a lot of flex spots. It's a very like sort of prepared for the meta type deck, and I've just had a lot of success with the limited amount of testing I've had with it, to be honest. I mean, the card hasn't been out very long, but yeah, the boost this deck got from Sunny Snitch is amazing, and even without the Link 4 that's coming in Burst of Destiny, I think this deck is super strong, and it plays like almost like a pure Zodiac type style, where you're running like a one-card combo with a bunch of like flex spots and hand traps that can really just help you control the game. And yeah, this is one of my favorite decks, and I'm probably going to be playing it for a while. I'm going to go over the deck profile, and then I'll show a combo at the end of it, and sort of a hand test, and show the consistency of the deck and what it can do. And yeah, if you like Live Twins, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and before we get into the deck profile, I do have to show off these sleeves, because I just think they're really cool. We got the Lila and the Kiss a Kill sleeves, sort of hard to maneuver here, but yeah, matching sleeves. I like the sleeves. Figured I'd show them off, because then we got the Live Twin mat, we got the Live Twin sleeves, and now we're going to have the Live Twin deck profile. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off, we have the 3 Kiss a Kill, we have the 1 Frost, and then we have the 3 Lila and the 1 Treat. So we're playing it sort of the 3 main deck monsters each, the ones that special 1 from deck, and then 2 of the extenders. You can kind of play with this ratio a little bit. I know like people have been testing with more than 1 Frost. My thing is that these cards by themselves, the extenders, they don't really do much unless you draw both together. They're really important for the deck, and the fact that they can be extenders and help play through interruptions like, you know, Ash Blossom, and then you can special the extender and keep playing anyways. They're very important, and you might want to use Frost's Grave Effect more than once, which is why I can see the point to have multiples. But they're just like kind of bricks by themselves. You really just want to see your main twins, and you can special these off of them if you need to. Getting Frost and Grave is super useful because you can like draw hand traps on your opponent's turn. And yeah, this is actually the entire main deck like monster engine. We're just playing 8 twins, and that's it, and you kind of rely on your extra deck to sort of get there. And here we have the twins in all their high rarity glory. I know people really like sort of the art style the twins have, and they're just really nice looking cards. On to more engine spells. We have 3 Secret Password. So besides just Sunny Snitch coming out, the biggest boost in consistency is that you also like, you don't just get like these 3 Sunny Snitch, you also get 3 Secret Password, which is something that wasn't really played before. Like in previous lists, you might play 3 home and then 1 password, and essentially you were playing 4 home. But now it's like you have 6 Tenkis, and Signet Mining didn't really do the job. If like you were running pure twins before, you might have been playing Signet Mining. And the issue is that you can't grab the extenders with it because they're not Cybers, which is just like really annoying, and Sunny Snitch kind of fixed that entirely. And yeah, so having 6 Tenkis is really good, and this Tenki also gives you another win condition in time, which is amazing. So yeah, so 6 Tenkis, and we have 2 Live Twin home. This is your emergency teleport, and we're only playing 2 because, I mean, essentially we have 5 when you count the secret passwords, because password can search either of these cards. So you have like 6 Tenkis and 5 emergency teleports. And password, the reason we're maximizing on password, if you're like wondering why we're playing so many of essentially the same card, because password gets you to either of these and they all do the same thing, it's because these get you out of like different hand traps. So if you normal summon a twin and it gets ashed or veilered or impermed, you're going to want Sunny Snitch so you can search the extender from your hand. However, if you get like Cypher Gear Gamad or you get Nibiru, you're going to want Live Twin home to play past those. And it's just multiple ways to get past whatever hand trap your opponent had. And yeah, this is a lot of ways to play through hand traps. I mean, if you summon a twin and something happens to it, you're going to have so many different ways to play around, you know, what hand trap they had to stop you. And that's what's really great about the addition of the Tenki as well. And then lastly, I'm playing 1 Live Twin present. I was playing Challenge in the old builds with Eldritch because I felt like you needed more like follow-up. But that was before 3 password and 3 Tenki, so now I just want like a searchable like interrupt. And present is super good at that. Able to like take your opponent's monsters and That's like really useful. It can also bounce set cards, but you're not going to be using that very often. It's usually like a permanent brain control you want to be using, and yeah, it's just searchable interruption, and it's a really good card. So that's it for all the engine in the deck. Next is just so many flex spots, and you can play this how you want. Like if you want to run more engine, you can run things like parallels, you can run backup secretary I've seen. You can throw in a supplementary engine like the Eldritch engine by cutting some of these flex spots down. But I just wanted to run flex spots because I feel like they do the best at countering the meta, and just having all these flex spots with your one card engine is just like super good. So we have 3 Ash Blossom, starting off with the hand traps, 2 Ghost Bell, 3 Skullmeister. This is one that, you know, doesn't always get main decked, but I think it's super good this format. 3 Effect Veiler, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. So that is 14 hand traps, I believe, and you know, 14 hand traps is a lot, but it's not as like crazy as it could be. I'm running so many more flex spots that aren't hand traps. But to sort of go over these, Ash and Belle, they're your ghost girls. We're not maximizing Belle just because she's like a hard once, and while she is super good this meta, she can save you from things like Called by the Grave. She can hit things like Revolt. She just has a lot of use, and she's really good against Drytron as well. I wanted to maximize Skullmeister right now because Skullmeister seems so good. I think Prank Kids is arguably the best deck this format, and Skullmeister is really good against Pranks. It's good against Drytron. It's good against Tri-Brigade. It just doesn't really have too many bad matchups, so I wanted to maximize Skullmeister right now. It's something I've been testing with, and the ratios could change to maybe 2 Skullmeister, 3 Bell, so you can play around with that. 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Imperm. I mean, this has been almost staple since Tri-Brigade has been a meta-relevant deck, and probably the one with the most representation of all the meta-relevant decks. But Veilers and Imperms hurt everything right now. Like, it's so good versus Tri-Brigade, it's good versus Drytron, specifically like Verte Anaconda, like having one of these plus whatever else you had for hand traps and interruption, just so you can stop the Verte, is really nice. It's like okay versus Pranks. They're probably not that great versus Prank Kids though. Like, you can hit Doodle Doo and that's about it. But yeah, so we're running 14 hand traps. Of course, these are like adjustable for what's, you know, meta at the time. These are what I'm playing currently for what my shop locals is and what like the locals or what the meta is looking like based on recent online events, and yeah, sort of just what I feel is best right now. And then we're also playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone. I think this card is really good right now. Again, it's kind of like for Prank Kids, because if you hit Pandemonium in standby phase, like sometimes that's their whole deck gone in an instant, and you can just play however you want. Maybe they have a hand trap or 2 to try and stop you. But yeah, hitting Pandemonium is amazing. This card going first is also a great interrupt. It can hit things like Tenkies, it can hit field spells. It can hit Meteonis Drytron, which is really good. You can really like mess up a Drytron player if you Cosmic Cyclone their ritual spell. It can hit Revolts, you know, when they set it at end phase, or just force out back row as well, hit things like Floodgates, like Imperial Order, if they're main decking it. Yeah, Cosmic's just like a really good flex spot that I felt I had the room for when I'm just playing so many. 2 Triple Tactics Talent and 1 Called by the Grave. You're hit by every hand trap under the sun, and you can like play around it really easily, but they are still having so many hand traps that are able to be activated against like a twin play, like Bell hits you, Veiler hits you, Ash hits you. But yeah, there's just so many chances for your opponent to interrupt you, so Tactics and Called By, just super strong cards. Then a kind of weird one is 1 Pot of Avarice. So this is a card you don't see very often in main decks unless it's something really, sometimes degenerate or really combo heavy. You just don't see this card very often. However, we're just playing pure live twin, so we have no supplementary engine, we don't have the Unchained, we don't have the Eldritch engine, so if we run out of our extra deck twins, we're kind of out of gas and we can just lose. And this is a deck that wants to control, get into the grind game, and sometimes if you don't have enough interrupts or you're put in a grind game, you might lose. Pot of Avarice is a really sacky one-of that can just win you the game. And you do have a couple of combos in this deck where, you know, if you have this first turn and you combo out, you're able to activate it immediately first turn, which is great. So Pot of Avarice is a card I've been testing, but it's just like another sacky one-of that can just win you the game, and it's so good. I've shuffled back my entire engine and I draw like 2 hand traps. So it's something I've been testing and I like currently. To round off the main deck, we have 3 Solemn Strike and 2 Torrential Tribute. If you're going to play any flex spot traps, these are really good because these are good first or second. Strike in combination with Torrential is very, very powerful. Torrential is really nice in this deck because of the way you can manipulate your twin effects so that you can Torrential their board and keep your twin, or keep a twin live at the very least. And then Strike, just one of the most impactful traps in the game. And you're going to be drawing off Kiss a Kill your first turn, so when you're doing like your main combo and you get your one draw, you want the draw to be like as impactful as possible. So a hand trap or a card as powerful as Solemn Strike, right? So that's it for the main deck. On to extra deck. We have the 3 Kiss a Kill and the 3 Lila. We are playing Pure Twin, so I am choosing to maximize 3 and 3. Yeah, this is your main engine. This is what your deck is going to be cycling through most of the time. Kiss a Kill is going to give you draws, Lila's going to give you pops. I have many times on my opponent's turn where I actually draw 3 cards on their turn, and like 2 of them can be hand traps. It's just like super, super good. Again, I've just had so much fun testing this deck for that reason. It's been a blast drawing hand traps on my opponent's turn and just having way more interrupts than I maybe should. But yeah, so 3 Kiss a Kill, 3 Lila. Again, we got them in their nice max rarity. Like the art on this archetype is just fantastic. And this whole extra deck is a bunch of like 3 of packages. The next is like the, I don't know, like the utility package. We have the 1 Nightmare Unicorn, who is just amazing, especially as an interrupt on your opponent's turn with IP Masquerena. 1 Abomination, sort of like been one of the main cards of this deck for a while, and Abomination is just super powerful in this deck because Lila can pop cards, and then Abomination will pop off of it, and Abomination being able to remove one of your twins off the field is really nice. He's just been one of like this deck's main boss monster for a while now. Until we get the Link 4, and then she's of course the boss monster. And then we have 1 Underworld Goddess. You know, she's a fiend, and we're Link climbing like the entire time, and we have a bunch of special summonable Link 2s, so she makes a lot of sense in this deck, and also she is our out to Ad Ignister, and she can out Dragoon in a way as well. So yeah, Underworld Goddess is, you don't have to play this, you can play like Access Code if you want to play Access Code over her. I just like her because, you know, she's a fiend if you're locked into fiends, and yeah, she's just another option. You can play her or Access Code, so sort of your picking. Then we're playing this 3 of package. It's the 1 Link Disciple, the 1 Link Devotee, and the 1 IP Masquerena. This package is insane, and it's just so good for the deck because if you have a twin and an extender, you're going to run through this entire package, end up getting a draw, and like filtering your hand, and ending with IP, which is super, super good because IP in this deck's really great because of how the twins work. And yeah, this is a package a lot of people are cutting once the Link 4 comes out. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I'll have to tinker with this extra deck, but I love this package, and it is just like so good in my testing. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna make room for the Link 4, I'm not quite sure, but yeah. And then the last package we're running is the Sky Cavalry Centaria, the Downward Magician, and of course the Zeus. Like 1 twin can get you into this, and you can out entire boards with your 4 material Zeus. Like if your opponent has Dragoon, they don't really want to like use their Dragoon negate on like just the normal summon of a twin, so they might, most of the time they're just going to let it go through if they don't know what the deck does, because they're afraid of either tactics or like a real threatening card you have. But then you just make Sky Cavalry run over their Verte Anaconda, you just downward Zeus, and then you out Dragoon and what board they had. So yeah, this is just a really good package that I feel you have to play. Alright, and that is the main deck and extra deck. Now I will go into a combo, and I will do a hand test after the combo as well. So let's get into the combo. Alright, so here we have our little test hand here. Well, not our test hand, but the first combo I'm going to be showing, which is your normal summon live twin and any extender. This could be Secret Password or Live Twin Home. In this case, it's going to be Sunny Snitch. And yeah, these are 3 flex spots. They can literally be anything. We're just going to use these as our flex spots. And yeah, so we're going to put our hand down here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to normal summon our live twin Lila, and we're going to activate her effect to special summon Kiss a Kill. Then we're going to activate our Sunny Snitch, and we're going to search live twin Kiss a Kill Frost from our deck to our hand. Then we're going to turn our live twin Lila into a Link Disciple. No, we're not. My bad. Excuse me. I'm messing up my own combo. We're going to turn our live twin Kiss a Kill into our Link Disciple, and then we're going to special summon Kiss a Kill Frost from our hand. Then we're going to turn our Lila into Devotee. Then we're going to use Link Disciple's effect, attributing Devotee, and then we're going to draw a card. It can be any flex spot, and then you're going to put any flex spot from your hand to the bottom of the deck. Then your Link Devotee is actually going to give you 2 tokens, and what's really cool about these tokens is that, you know, you're going to get 2 non-link monsters on the field, and then you can turn these non-link monsters into IP Masquerena. And then we're going to take our Frost and our Link Disciple, we're going to use them, and we're going to make, you know, the mainstay of the deck, which is Evil Twin Kill. Kill is going to use her effect to special summon the Lila that you normal summoned earlier. Then you're going to link off the Kill and the Leela, and you're going to make Live Twin, Evil Twin Lila. And then Lila is going to use her effect to special summon back the Kill, probably over here because you want an arrow pointing over here potentially. And you're going to get another flex spot right here. Then you're going to take both of these, and you're going to make a Kill. Let me put these in the graveyard. So what you end up with on your first turn is 4 cards. I mean, you drew 2, so you fixed your hand, potentially got more hand traps or torrentials or strikes or imperms, whatever you needed, Cosmic Cyclone. And you end on this board, which doesn't look super menacing, but what you can do on your opponent's turn, 1, you put Frost engraved, so if they add a card from their deck to the hand, you can banish your Frost to draw an additional card, which could be, you know, a torrential or it could be a hand trap, and, you know, that would give you potentially even more hand traps on your opponent's turn. So Frost would be banished. Then you have Kill's effect, which can special summon Leela. We're just going to special her over here somewhere, and she'll get a pop on your opponent's turn, which is, you know, 1 more interrupt. And then IP can use her effect with the Leela, or I mean the Kill. And then you can special summon Unicorn to the zone Leela points to. Discard a card in your hand to, you know, have another interrupt on their turn, and then you actually get to draw another card off of Unicorn because it is co-linked. So you drew 2 cards on their turn so far, and then you can use Lila's effect to special summon Kill and draw an additional card. So like, you drew 3 cards on your opponent's turn, got a pop at the bare minimum, got a pop, a spin, 3 cards on your opponent's turn. They're taking damage from Sunny Snitch as well. This can't be destroyed by card effects. You have a lot of board presence for next turn, and you had as many flex spots as possible, which is just really, really good. And so now that I've shown the combo, like a very standard normal summon extender combo, let's get into a test hand and see what this deck can really do. Alright, so we're just going to do a quick power shuffle here, just to make sure the deck is super randomized for this hand testing. Just did the combo section, so some of those cards were, you know, put out of place so we could draw them, and everything was still in deck profile order. I just needed to get the cards I needed for the combo. Hopefully we don't draw 5 flex spots, but that is something that happens, you know, decently often. Why was that 41? We're forgetting an Ash Blossom, so that's cool. We're going to give it a shuffle. So the deck is 42 cards main decked, and yeah, you can definitely put it down to 40 and take out a couple flex spots if you don't like as many that I have in here, because there is a chance you draw like no engine and just a bunch of flex spots, right? But at least if you're going to brick in this deck, it's like 5 interrupts, which is really, really nice. So yeah, give this a nice little cut. And then let's see our hand. So, Called by the Grave, Infinite Impermanence, Triple Tactics Talent, Evil Twin Present, and Sunny Snitch. So this hand, going second, all you have is an Imperm as far as hand traps, but you do have Tactics as well that could be good going second. Going first, we drew 3 flex spots, a potential flex spot, and Sunny Snitch. So what we're going to do here is we're going to activate Sunny Snitch. Now what's interesting is if they ever interrupt us with this hand, we pretty much like FTK them, because Tactics Called By is just so broken, like it wins games on its own. So yeah, with Sunny Snitch, I'm going to add Live Twin Lila from my deck to my hand. The reason I choose Lila is because I much prefer getting Frost in the grave, so with Lila you can definitely do that. And then we're going to normal summon Live Twin Lila, and we're going to activate her effect. Having trouble getting my hand space here. We're going to special summon Frost from our deck because she is a Kill monster. And we're doing this so we can get her in graveyard and potentially get another draw on our opponent's turn. So we're going to shuffle it up. Then we're going to go just for standard, you know, twin combo. Again, like, I'm not going to show them interrupting us, but if they interrupt us with like an Ash or a Veiler, I mean, we Called By it and we Triple Tactics and either look at their hand to take a card or draw 2 cards, which could be 2 more interrupts, and that would just be absolutely phenomenal and just game winning. Man, space is tight. So we're going to summon Kiss-a-Kill, and then we're going to use Kiss-a-Kill's effect to special summon Leela from our graveyard, and then we're going to link with these two. And we're going to special summon Leela, and then Leela's going to use her effect to special summon Kiss-a-Kill. And, you know, usually I like to put it in this zone under the Leela, which is like, you know, kind of scary because Mech Knight's right, but we're going to use these as link material so it doesn't matter. But I like to special something in this zone because I like it to have where Kiss-a-Kill points to the middle and Leela can point to the middle, just in case. You can set it however you want, like you can have Kiss-a-Kill here and then Unicorn and Leela if you get to Unicorn, but we don't have IP, so that's not going to matter for us. You can kind of place them anywhere as long as their zone points to a place where you can summon. And yeah, so we're going to get a draw off of our Kiss-a-Kill, which is going to be a Torrential. That's a pretty good interrupt. Then we're going to link our Kiss-a-Kill and our Leela off, and we are going to special summon Evil Twin Kiss-a-Kill. So yeah, once the Link 4 is out, that's what we make here, but for now, since it's pure Twin before Trouble Sunny is released, we have to make a Kiss-a-Kill here. And then you're going to set Torrential, Present, and Imperm, and Called By. So we actually drew set 5. We don't actually play that many traps in this deck, which is why that's kind of funny. But Kiss-a-Kill set 5 is a lot of interrupts, and again, if we got to use this tactics, then our hand's crazy. So their turn goes, they add a card from their deck to their hand, and we use the effect of Frost to draw a card at resolution. And it's not a hand trap, unfortunately, but it is another Trouble Sunny, so that is follow-up, and with the tactics, that's amazing. So on their summon, we can do a couple of things. So because we actually drew Torrential off of our Kiss-a-Kill, you can actually choose to end Leela here instead, and you can do fun stuff with Torrential Tribute. But because we have this, we can just be like, we don't have to use Torrential with the Leela thing, because what you end up doing is you end up on one of their summons, you use Leela's effect, and then you chain Torrential, and then Kiss-a-Kill will actually summon, and you still get a pop after the Torrential, which is really nice, but we don't have to do that. We can just use Kiss-a-Kill naturally, like say they summon something, you get a pop by special summoning your Leela from grave. You have a Present, which can take their monsters and give them live twins instead, which is really nice. If you give them the Kiss-a-Kill you've already used, you know they have a Kiss-a-Kill, and then Leela can special Kiss-a-Kill from your graveyard, and you get to draw an additional card, which would be an Impermanence. It's a hand trap, but just not here, but that's only if we get to that point. If you use the Present as an interrupt. And then we have Torrential as well if things get out of hand, and we have follow-up, so that doesn't matter. We have Infinite Impermanence, and we have Called by the Grave. So that is a lot of interrupts. That is 1 interrupt, bare minimum, 2 interrupts, 3 interrupts, 4 interrupts, 5 interrupts, with like 2 or 3 draws, follow-up. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you drew hand traps instead, then it just gets wild, right? So yeah, that is the hand test for the deck. The deck is pretty good at doing what it does. It literally just wants to see a 1-card starter and a bunch of interrupts. If you draw Called By tactics, then you're probably just winning the game. But yep, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That was the sort of hand test and live twin deck profile. If you do have any thoughts in the comments below, I'll be sure to read them, and you can tell me what you think of live twins as a deck, how you're running them, or what you're looking forward to with the Link 4, if you're looking forward to it. But yeah, this has been Top Tier Gaming. Bye, YouTube.